Ray Phoenix here, and this is Simpsons Road Rage for the Game Boy Advance. This is, like any Game Boy Advance version, or most other Game Boy Advance versions of games, they're not usually as good as their home console counterparts, and this is no exception. But this is still very good, still better than a lot of other GBA counterparts. In terms of Simpsons games in general, this game is by far, better than a lot of other Simpsons games. Simpsons, like Star Wars or a lot of other franchises, they've had hundreds of video games over the years, and a lot of them are, really good, and some of them aren't so good, some of them downright suck. And that is true for Simpsons, but this game doesn't downright suck. This game is actually, quite fun, actually. We get to play as all your favorite Simpsons characters. You can drive around the various reaches of Springfield. We have to pretty much serve as a taxi, and you deliver people, and you get money for people. Like, look, I'm just delivering Apu right now to his spot, and there, we got a lot of money for that. We did it in fast amount of time. It's just like Crazy Taxi, where you deliver people somewhere in a fast amount of time, and you get money for it, you get score. Well, your score is pretty much in money, and you earn extra time from hitting those Mr. Burns signs. This game has the exact same story as the home console version. Mr. Burns buys all the buses in Springfield, and he makes them nuclear, and he's spreading nuclear radiation around the city, so the people of Springfield have to, make a lot of money to buy the buses back from delivering people to various places in the city. Yeah, it's pretty much the same stuff as and you do the exact same thing as you do in the home console version. There's also bonus missions too. There's also missions you can do where you can unlock new cars and unlock new locations with the money you earn and new characters. And sometimes people you deliver ask for additional tasks. Like Ned Flanders here asks for you to destroy a lot of objects or run things down. And if you do that and take him to where he wants to go, you get an extra $1,000. It seems highly unlikely, though, that the Ned Flanders, the real Ned Flanders, would really pay someone $1,000 to be destructive. You don't think Ned Flanders would want his good lord, his good Dudley Do-Right charm to be going around destroying stuff in the city, but apparently in this video game, things are different. And there's Hans Moleman. We're not going to run Hans Moleman into anything, because that's what usually happens to him. He's like 30-something years old, and he looks ancient. So we have to go and take Grandpa somewhere, I think. Somewhere far away, because we're speeding, we're going faster than all the other trucks. Not like in Crazy Taxi where we get points for passing people, which there actually is a Crazy Taxi game on the Game Boy Advance. I'll probably get to that one eventually. And all the places where the people go to are, clearly labeled by those target marker things on the ground. Some people said that this game may have been better if it was like a top view game here, if they made it like top view where you see like the top ride mode in Kirby Air Ride where you can look at the characters, the racers from above. Some people think this game would have done better. I think it works perfectly fine as this. We know the Game Boy Advance is more than capable of handling these types of games, as seen in such Game Boy Advance games as Mario Kart Super Circuit, and even the Crazy Taxi on Game Boy Advance. There's plenty of other racing games and driving games on the Game Boy Advance that best demonstrate this. It almost looks very similar to the Mode 7 type graphics seen in a lot of the Super NES games. Super NES games like Super Star Wars and quite some other SNES. Even Star Fox kind of had a similar visual effect style like this. But of course, this is the Game Boy Advance, which, as you know, everyone really referred to the Game Boy Advance pretty much as a pocket SNES. And you see, my first game has ended. I made $11,944 right there. Destructive. Yeah, I made a lot of money off of that. I get a password. Oh, and by the way, normally you have to unlock everything in this game by playing through the game and getting money and buying different characters and locations. But if you use this passcode I'm going to show on the screen, this passcode, you can unlock everything in the game. Just like that. Just enter that in and you unlock everything in the game. And that would include all the racetracks, not racetracks, all the courses, or the whatever you want to call them. This game kind of is a racing game in a sense where you're racing against time rather than other people. You could arguably say this is a racing game. And you could also unlock all the cars. Like, this is the car built for Homer. Normally you'd have to play for all the bonus missions, or all the missions, or whatever they're called, and unlock the car built for Homer. But if you have that passcode I just showed, I'll show it again. Enter this passcode in, and it unlocks, everything in the game. So this is one of the most elaborate track courses, whatever you call it, locations in the game. So this would be the countryside where it plays music that sounds like something Cletus or Sovereign Ray Phoenix would rock out to. You go for those tunnel things like in Lego Loco where you magically spawn to another part in the town or something like that. Speaking of Lego, there's a lot of great Lego games on the Game Boy Advance, and also, I used to come up with correlations between Simpsons and Lego because they're both yellow, so we're taking some character I've never seen or heard of before, I have no idea who that is or where she's from or anything like that. I don't remember ever seeing her in the show at all. I don't know, maybe she was some background character in some episode I dozed off to, I don't know. This game came out at a time, this specific Game Boy Advance version came out in 2003, in a time when I considered Simpsons to still be good. It was way better than it is now, but people, a lot of the purists and 90s Simpsons purists would say that's when the show really started to go, rock bottom. I disagree with that. I think the show was still awesome in 2003. The show was awesome in 2003, at least if you compare it to how Simpsons is today. So nowadays Simpsons, pretty much sucks. The Simpsons is lame. I tried watching recent episodes of that show. I just turned off the show and instead I put on some good old classic episodes of Simpsons, because classic Simpsons is the best. I mean, Simpsons really is a definitive television masterpiece. It is the adult animated sitcom. It is the definitive example of what any good show should be, as some people would say. It revived adult animation, something that died in the early 70s with the Hanna-Barbera cartoon, Wait Till Your Father Gets Home. Hanna-Barbera originally made some of the best adult primetime cartoons, like the Flintstones and Jetsons and Top Cat. But then Simpsons came around and stole their fame and thunder, and now Simpsons redefined, what the genre, they redefined what, adult animation should be. But of course, Simpsons is, just has the best writing, has the best stories, the best characters, the best types of animation you could see in TV, and it's really good at being a storytelling, show filled with storylines and plots. It's like a goldmine of storylines and plots, because story is what advances a show, as we all know. Story is what makes a show progress, what makes a show, a series advance. Without a storyline, there's nothing, and this show must be able to produce several storylines, because even though the show hasn't been good lately, it still was good for a long period of time, went on for several years and still being a good show. And so, that's how my game ends at $20,745, and yeah, that's pretty much how this game ends. I recommend picking this up. It's Ray Phoenix, signing out.